baby, where don't poke me at, where don't make me feel like say I'm not man enough. I no get nothing for offer. So all me party when look down on me, where don't make me feel like say my life no good become something. And they walked away. All the people who promise for help me, they say come office today, tomorrow, next tomorrow. The story not just the same.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a brand new 2025. Yeah, I missed this signature tune. It's been a while. We went off for a bit. We took some time off. We allow fans them for rest a bit, let them enjoy their holidays, give them some time for recharge, rejuvenate themselves, and then, and get back on it. So if you're listening to my voice, my name is Mulku Sulaiman Bangora, and welcome to the first episode of 2025 of your favorite talk show, The Talk to M Show, brought to you by Epic Radio 99.3 FM and in collaboration with myself, Mulku. And as we designed this show to help coach the next generation, and yes, we will continue to figure it out, and we also don't know not figure life out it. So so join me as we continue to figure life out together. Thank you so much for being a part of the show, and thank you so much for supporting the show since its inception last year. This show has been of tremendous help to a number of young people, and the feedback has been so great, the support have been so amazing, and thank you so much. And this year we have so much for you in store. We have an amazing package, in fact packages, and we will learn so much, and we will bring you amazing guests, wonderful people that are contributing to national development. I mean, intelligent people that are really outstanding in their work, people who don't dedicate their life. We have so much for you in store this particular year, so we are not stopping. We continue to grow together. And today's show we have an amazing guest for you, and we will continue our topic. For those of you who don't forget what we talk about, we were discussing the topic on career choices, and we were talking about how to prepare to make that life-changing decisions about your career, and where to go for the information that you need to seek for help you make the right decision for choose the career, and the kind of career way for looking for getting to if you're interested. And this is all what we were talking about the part in December before we went for the short break, and now we are back again. So thank you for being a part of the show. We bring the show to you every Tuesday 8 p.m. every Tuesday 8 p.m. on Epic Radio 99.3. And you can also be a part of the show. You can send your text message on 079-994-993, or you can give us a call if you want to be a part of the show. We will open the phone line with the 10 each on 079-994-993. Thank you for being a part of the show. We have a great show for you. When I come back, I'm going to introduce my guest, and I'm going to tell you all about him and what we're going to talk about. So, see you shortly.
I'm looking forward to a brighter future. I'm moving ahead. I never stop for nothing. I'm looking forward to a brighter future. I'm moving ahead. I never stop for nothing.
Welcome back again. This is your favorite talk show, the Talk to M Show, and today I have an amazing guest. So let me just tell you a short story. I worked with the wife of this guest in 2009. We worked at the same bank, Credit Bank, and that was how I got to know his name first. I hadn't met him at the time, and then later on down the line we worked together. At Airtel Sierra Leone. He was working definitely for Ericsson at the time, and so we've been. I've known this man for quite a while, for years, and he's very passionate, and he's great at what he is doing. He's been doing what he's doing for the past 24 years. Let me just give you a short. I have a whole long list of a biography. I don't think we'll have time to go through all of it, but I'm going to summarize it. And guess what? He's going to tell us all about himself. He's going to share his journey. He's going to share his story with us. And so He's the president of KNS College. He's going to tell us all about KNS College. But KNS College is an IT institution, brand new in Freetown, training the next generation of IT experts. And he's been in the IT industry for over 2 decades. In the IT and communications industry, to be very specific, for over 2 decades. He's a distinguished director in the information technology and communication sector. So he started off in the telecoms industry, like I said, this is where I met him, and he worked as an IT and billing manager, and then later on, contributed to the expansion of IT and telecommunications infrastructure, and he was pivotal in that role. He's going to tell us all about it, how, his contributions, and he's worked, in underserved he oversaw large-scale projects in improved network connectivity in underserved regions in the Middle East and other parts of Africa as well. And so he worked for Ericsson as a field service operation director, for Sierra Leone. And this man has hands-on experience, and and he's the right mentor for you if you are considering going to the ICT sector. This is somebody you can look up to. This is somebody who has immense experiences and who can help you, in making that decision. And he has several certifications. He has several qualifications. Of course, he holds a bachelor's degree. When I go school to America, he holds a bachelor's degree here from KNS College, and also holds a master's degree from IPAM, MBA. He also has a number of certifications. Some of them he got them here in Sierra Leone, and some of them also in the US. He's a PMI certified, Cisco certified, PCB certified, Microsoft 365 certified security administrator, and several other certifications, among others. And he's passionate about empowering the next generation of tech leaders and bridging the skills gap with industry IT skills training. Mifambulem. That's a lot, but please join me in welcoming my first guest for 2025, Mr. Desmond Macfoy. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Yes. Samunku, and I'm so happy to be part of this.
Yes.
I've been following this program for a while,
awesome.
And I think it's a great job,
yes,
impacting lives,
yeah.
And it's key that we can create a roadmap for the youths.
Absolutely.
And as you said, this is the first program for 2025.
Yes.
And I think it's the right footing. We're going to start.
Yes.
It's a lot we can do.
Yeah.
And I believe the world is dynamic now.
Absolutely.
Things are changing very fast.
Very fast.
With the introduction of AI now.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you that things we expect that will last for about 3 years, no longer going to last for 3 years, within a year. So we have to move fast.
Yeah.
We have to see how we can jump that digital divide,
yeah,
and ensure that we can create that bridge across. So it's a
agree.
pleasure being here,
Thank
and
you.
I'm happy to be at Epic Radio.
Thank you.
An interesting radio station.
Yes.
And
yes.
I think focusing towards youth is great.
Yeah. So that's exactly why we designed the show, because I thought about, how can we, first of all, how can we give back, and second of all, how can we help, young people, provide them with all the information they need, just to travel this path called life. So I have gone through, some, I wouldn't say it's everything. We want to know who you are, as a person, as a professional. So just tell us a little bit about yourself. Yeah.
All right. I'm an IT professional.
Yeah.
And have been in the ICT sector for over 2 decades. I got passionate about it from a young age.
Okay.
Yes, I was just curious.
Oh.
I want to solve problems.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the university, my focus was to end with computer programming.
How did you got exposed to computer programming at a young age?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Firstly, I was playing with a lot of radios.
Okay. Okay.
I'll just open up, trying to walk around them. I'll, just do a lot of work with them. And then my math was good in school.
Okay.
So that was key also.
It's a good foundation.
Yes, you have to be about problem solving.
Yes.
So that's one of the key things.
Yes.
If you want to do computer, you have to be problem solving oriented.
Yes.
So because there's always or problem to solve.
I agreed.
And I think that's what we're looking at, especially in Sierra Leone. What are the problems we want to solve?
Yeah.
So at uni, it was a bit challenging, where there were no computers.
Mm-hmm.
At engineering faculty, we had, I think, only 2 desktops.
At the time,
2 desktops, and you were granted 1 hour a week.
Oh my God!
So you have to manually write your codes on the paper.
Really?
Yes, and you wait for the time you have your slot.
Wow!
And then you can go and you type in your codes.
So you had extra motivation,
exactly,
in pursuing what you wanted to
exactly
pursue.
Because
Wow.
we started our program. I think we were doing C+.
Yes.
And we were writing C+ on a book.
And
We'll debug everything on a book. But then we had the passion that we want to complete.
Yes.
And after uni, actually my first job was with the first computer center in Sierra Leone at that time, which was called Holron.
Really?
Yes, and I was
Holron. I never
yes.
heard that. I never heard.
Holron was the first, and
Wow.
they brought in the Apple computers, and it was used in a lot of I think the mining sectors which were there at that time.
Wow.
So got recruited with Holron, and then I quickly moved to the telco sector, Sierratel, and then to Celtel.
Okay.
But then at Celtel, it was a different environment.
Yeah.
How
was that transition like? To Celtel? How was it like? How can you describe it?
I was eager because one thing I had at that time, this is going to be a digital telecommunication. And all what we were doing was more of analog.
Yes.
And I wanted to be part of that transition.
Yes.
To be the first to be involved in that transition.
So you're able to see that
yes.
and anticipate that.
Yes.
And I'm going to,
it was almost at the end of the Civil War.
Yes.
Even people were telling, please don't go.
Yeah.
You can stay with the landline. Yeah. Your salary is guaranteed at the end of the month. These new companies, they'll fold up at any time and they'll leave. But I wanted to be part of that change from analog to digital.
And see how it panned out. Look at you, moving from CDMA, going to GSM infrastructure. You were able to see that and envision that, like, okay, I want this challenge.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we went in there. It was completely new, everything new.
Yeah.
The equipments were completely different.
Wow.
And we had a lot of support from outside team, from South Africa, Zimbabwe, guys who were there. Yeah. But one thing which was also another motivation for us is that when we were recruited, we were not allowed to play with any of these equipment.
Interesting.
Because one thing is you have to be certified on these nodes before you start working on them.
Wow.
So it's virtually like a year we were hanging around.
Just looking at other people
working, yes.
Yeah, and then you just...
Well, I would say we are just more of a carry-on.
Wow.
We'll be moving with the toolboxes from one point to another. But then, and with that, what we were doing now is asking these guys, please, can you give us some of these videos?
Yeah.
Let's start looking at them.
You became curious.
Manuals, yes. Because these guys, they were not performing magic.
I know.
Yes.
I know.
They were virtually like young guys like us, but they had the opportunity to go through the recognized industry training, which was required for this equipment. And after a year, we got the opportunity to be trained. Yeah. Some of us were sent to South Africa, and some people were sent to some other European countries, and we got the training. We came back and then we started working on some of these platforms.
Interesting.
Yeah. So there we got the confidence. And when you actually, when you're trained, you do get the confidence that, yes, now I can work.
You can work.
Yes, because you're now trained and certified. And your certification is not only be at Airtel at that time, you're recognized in any other opcos, in any other network. Yeah. So in fact, that brought about when some of our colleagues, after getting their certification, they start looking at, I think I can now move even to Europe and start looking for a job. Because the opportunities were now open.
Yeah, because I remember it was the first telecoms industry operating on a GSM platform, and that infrastructure was new, to Sierra Leoneans, and you guys were the first people to actually, be a part of that whole. I'm sure it was an opportunity to, and you. So one thing that you spoke about that I really want my young listeners to actually learn from is you spoke about it. When you saw experts doing the work, you were challenged by it and say, you know what, I want to do what they're doing. And they said, you have to go to school, be certified, and then you can also do what I have to do.
Exactly.
And in Sierra Leone, of course, we're going to talk about that extensively in the second part of the show. You know, do you think we have adequate institutions here now that certifies young people into becoming professionals in certain, career path that they want to choose?
Okay, before I go deeply into that, let me just make it known. We have two types of training. We have the industry recognized certification.
Yes.
And then we have our normal certification.
Yeah.
I always tell people there's a difference between certificate and certification. We have to get that clear.
Yes, there's a difference.
Yes. When you are certified, means you are certified on a particular equipment or industry specific.
You're given a license to operate that.
Exactly. I can get a certification. It implies only I have the principle. I know the principle, the concepts, and the theory. That's it. So normally we go to uni, we go to colleges, we get our certificate.
Okay.
It's just on the broad spectrum.
Yeah.
But then, for these equipments, from these industry-specific vendors, you have to be trained and understand what they want. What are the softwares they have on it?
Okay.
How to manage it? How to support it? The level of support you need to know. And then when you do all of that, they will certify you.
Interesting.
And there are different levels. So you have associate level, you have intermediate level, and you have the expert level. So you have to be specified.
I agree.
For example, Microsoft, Cisco, you have to be certified. You have a Cisco equipment, you have to be certified to work on it.
Absolutely.
You can play around with it, that's fine. But then anything goes wrong, you're not certified to work on it. So these are so with that, you need to get that level first, and then you can start moving on.
Okay.
So some of us at that time, we saw it when we discussing with some of these experts that were coming in, what's the advantage they had over us? Because we were looking at some of them, they're also from the university. But then we realized that they don't only have a certification from the university, they have a skills certified certificate. So which means they're ready to do such industry job.
Specific skills, specific area.
Specific.
And that's really critical. That's what we have been actually talking about.
In Sierra Leone, I think we still have that gap. When we don't have industries or institution offering skills training.
Interesting.
You go to Pearson. Pearson is the global body that conducts exams all over the world. You go to Pearson site and then just do a search for exam center in Sierra Leone. You can't find more than 3.
It's true. I mean, it was the same concern I remember I raised one time with, ETS, the organizations that do offer the examinations for GRE, Graduate Records Examinations, and also for the TOEFL. I'm like, why can't we have our own centers here in Sierra Leone? Why it has to be a Ghanaian, like it has to be registered in Ghana, and we have proctors taking examinations from here. We don't have like a center here, based here. And they said, well, we don't have anybody who wants to go into the business and, pay for the licenses. So we lack those centers here. We lack people who wants to offer themselves, say, yes, I can, this is the business, I'm willing to take on this. Just give me the licenses and I can take the examinations and I have everything you need. I can prepare students. We don't have that. And that's actually limiting a lot of students, to go take these examinations and get the qualifications to pursue overseas studies.
Exactly. I recall back then around 2003, 2004, when I wanted to take the CCNA exam,
it's true.
There was no center. And if you check, the only center you can find its closest was Ghana. And then somebody will tell you, okay, because of cost, it's easier, maybe you can go to India. So in 2002, 3, 4, 5, people are moving from Sierra Leone to Ghana or India just to be certified. But now, we have got that partnership with Pearson.
Awesome.
we do have an exam center here in Sierra Leone,
Okay.
where you can be able to take all of this industry specific.
Okay, we're gonna come to
Yeah.
that. We're gonna come to KNS. I definitely we're gonna tell us all about KNS. But for you, because I want my listeners to really feel relatable to your struggles.
Okay.
What were some of the challenges as young as you were? You know, having selected your career. Say I'm going to pursue technology. I'm going to pursue communications. You know, I'm going into the ITC industry as nascent as it were at the time, because it was all new, right? But you had that passion. What were some of the challenges you know, I mean, you explained some of them.
Yeah.
Lack of computers.
Exactly. Resources. Lack of resource, tutors,
Yeah.
because in fact, most of the certification we did, it's self-taught. We had to look for the books,
Yeah.
we read,
Yeah.
and then we go in for the exams.
Wow.
Yes, no tutors at that time. We were not looking for, because
Interesting.
there was none. So resource was an issue. Even internet.
True.
Internet at that time was really
True.
challenging.
Yes.
Where do you get these downloads?
Yeah. Yeah.
You need to get these materials. Now we have internet speed going up to 100 megabits per second. People are using it. At that time, even to get 512K,
It's true.
it was really a challenge. So we had all of these challenges, which resources were not there, tutors, even to get a PC.
But you don't blame the system. You don't look at all those things. You said, I'm going to keep
Yes, because we had a plan.
going. Yeah.
Because a couple of us, we came together and say, you know what, let's get certified.
Yeah.
Let's get certified, because what we saw from these guys who were coming, and to be honest, these guys were enjoying. You know, they were here, they had their own vehicle, they keep moving all around, and, you know, and just because they were certified.
Interesting.
That's the only way. We're all of the same. They were our peers, same age, but then they had the opportunity.
Yeah.
Most of them coming from Zimbabwe and South Africa,
Yeah.
and these guys said, "Okay, if that's the difference, then we need to go for it." And we started pushing, and I think we were able to make through. For me, after I received a couple of my certification,
Yeah.
I started looking at now also, okay, I think I also need to look for international job.
Wow.
So,
So being certified opened the doors for you to even challenge yourself and apply for international roles.
yes, exactly.
See, that's-
Which we'll post our CV online.
Yeah.
And then we got couple of offers.
Wow.
And I took the challenge and I moved. And out of that, I can tell you, I got international job not based on my uni degree. It was based on certification. And I was able to work right across the Middle East and Africa. I covered more than 10 African countries.
Wow.
And in the Middle East.
Wow.
And that recognition
Yeah.
is unique.
Yeah.
I realized that, certification makes the difference.
Can open doors.
And whilst I was now out, I said, okay, I shouldn't stop. So I pursue. I went in for even PMI.
Yeah.
Because I realized project management was also
Yes. It's also necessary.
Yes.
It's a necessary. Yeah.
is a necessary option. So
Yeah.
because most of what we're doing now was on project.
Yeah.
So I went in for project management, and it was really interesting. Then I realized, now I see what these guys were enjoying.
Yeah.
Now I'm having the feel of it as well.
Now you can enjoy. You can
Yes.
be part of it. I was speaking to you. I remember offline before we started the show when I was working for Airtel at the time, and one specific example was when we were migrating from units to Leons. That was a very big project. They had to hire a project manager from India, and so I mean the guy was really good. I mean we had a very good relationship at the time, but I was part of the project. I was very, very critical in that whole project. And whilst we were doing the migration, I was sitting down there looking at him, and I was looking at what he was doing. If it was anything unique that I couldn't do, and I looked at him and listened to his instructions, and I realized that the guy was just basically going through what was on the template, a template that we all developed.
Exactly.
He was just going through a template. Do this, you do this, you do this. And that guy, I'm sure they rented a hotel for him. He was there for almost like a month, and he was being paid like serious money. He was driving, a very nice car with AC. I'm like, why do they have to hire somebody from there? And it dawned on me that maybe it's because he has a certification of some sort, that's why he's here. And we don't have, that kind of certificates. And perhaps the guys that were there, in the billing offices at the time, maybe they didn't have that certification. And I'm like, oh, so this probably, and I spoke to him and he told me like, yeah, I'm PMI certified. I'm like, oh,
exactly.
This is interesting.
When you're PMI certified,
Yeah.
it's a different story.
Yeah.
I can tell you, I worked with Celta,
Yes, of course.
and then I got to a point where I left.
Yeah.
I came back.
Came back.
Yes, but now with added value.
Yes.
More certification.
Yes.
You're welcome because you're coming now.
With more certifications.
Yes. And then from Ericsson, even to Orange.
Yeah. Yeah.
So with a different certification.
Yeah.
So the level I entered will never be the same.
Interesting.
So it's good to have your certification.
Yeah.
It makes a difference.
Yeah.
You stand out.
Yes.
You need to stand out among your competitors.
I agree.
And that's what's lacking. And for now, I keep saying that the jobs which are available are industry specific. And that's what, if you're going to enter into the IT space, it has to be industry specific. If even you're graduating from uni, try to be ready. You have to be workforce ready.
Okay.
Because I see people coming out of the uni, they can't even work on an Excel sheet.
Yeah. So when you say industry specific, you are saying if you have an interest in the mining industry, go for it. If you have an interest in the technology industry, if you have an interest in the communications industry, if you have an interest, so this is what you mean by industry specific. Am I?
Yes, industry specific on the IT side is that.
Oh, IT.
Yeah,
Okay,
yes.
okay.
What we're referring to is that now the world is gradually becoming global, and it seems as if everything is converging.
Yes.
There's a huge convergence which is taking place.
I agree.
So, I'll take for example cloud computing. Before you'll go to a particular room, you see a lot of servers.
Yes.
Being stacked.
Yeah. Server room.
Yes. Now it's been reduced.
Yeah.
All what we're talking about is cloud computing. We have our phones. All what we're doing, we're connecting to a cloud server. You don't know where it is.
Yeah.
One will be in South Africa, one in Australia, another one which you're connecting to.
True.
But then these cloud solutions are industry specific. For example, Azure. Microsoft Azure, they've developed their own platforms.
Okay.
AWS,
Yes.
Amazon, they've developed their own platform.
Website.
It's like, how could I put it? It's a specialization. You have to go through their steps.
I understand.
They have their procedures
I understand.
that you have to follow. So these are industry specific.
So that's what you're speaking to.
Yes.
You want to be, you have to focus. If you're going to the ICT, you want to be Amazon Web Service certified, then focus on Amazon Web
Yes,
Service.
because if you look at the jobs which are available now,
I agree.
they are all industry specific. They're looking for a data analyst.
Yes.
They're looking for a network engineer in Cisco.
Yes.
They're looking for
Cyber
cloud
security,
specialists, cybersecurity,
Yeah.
an AI engineer.
AI engineer,
They are
yes,
all
yes.
industry specific.
I
So which
understand.
means you have to look at how am I going to build my career path.
Yeah.
So normally I'll say is you start from the basic.
Yeah.
And then you gradually move into the industry specific.
It all also boils down to the information, like knowing what exactly I should. Because what we're speaking to now, we're lucky because we have some exposure to that industry. But if you look at young children, young kids right now in school, they don't have access to information like this to make up their mind. Okay, let me focus or hone in my skills on Amazon Web Service, because for instance, they don't even know what's Amazon Web Services. They don't even know what Amazon Web Services does. Like Azure, right? They don't even know what's Azure. Like, what is there? What can I do with this platform? That information is missing. So, do you think it's very important for people like us to make these information available to young people, to point them in the right direction, to let them, just show them and open that whole sea of information to them, so they can figure it out, and then they will be able to decide where exactly they should hone in their skill sets?
I think they need to start with the basic.
Okay.
The basic is key.
Okay.
So you have basic courses like Network Plus,
Okay.
A Plus, the IT Foundation,
Okay.
IT Fundamental courses.
Okay.
You start with that. By the time you get to about 80% of that, you have an open mind on the industry-specific areas that you want to address.
Okay.
And I always tell people, if you're a problem-oriented solving person,
True.
you'll be looking at going into the networking area.
True.
Those who always love the design,
Yeah.
will want to love going to software, graphic design, and some of these things, and possibly even for problem solving, you'll be looking at AI.
Yeah.
There are AI jobs.
Yeah, a lot.
There are a lot of AI jobs out there now.
A lot.
And as I said, they're what we refer to as the outsourcing job.
Yes.
There's a big gap. As we know offline when we were discussing.
Yeah.
But as against 2030, there will be 23 million new jobs in Africa.
Wow.
And these are outsourcing jobs from Europe and US. Now we have outsourcing job coming, and most of the countries that are getting these are South Africa, Morocco, Egypt.
Yeah.
There are certain reasons, we refer to these jobs as business processing jobs.
Yeah.
But there are certain reasons why. And one of the key reasons is that they look at countries with an increase in certification. How can I bring, there is no need for a business person to bring an industry-specific outsourcing job
It's true.
to Sierra Leone.
It's true.
Because
Because they can easily check with these these
Yes,
agencies.
the
and
results are there.
Send us all the certified people from Sierra Leone.
Yes, the results are there.
And
So that's why you notice some of these countries, even like Rwanda, it's going very fast. Outsourcing jobs are going there because they're getting the turnover from it.
Yeah. Well, if you were just joining us, we are talking to Mr. Macfoy, who has over 2 decades of experience in the ICT industry, and he's advising young people that are interested, in going to this industry and what to do, and also he's sharing with us his experience in this industry, and as well as giving us tips, as to especially young people, if you are interested in being a part of the technology industry, how to go about it. So we're going to take a short break, and then we'll be back. And when we come back, Mr. Macfoy, we're going to talk about the KNS College, because I know you are the president of KNS College.
Okay.
Would love to hear all about KNS College and how my listeners out there can be a part of, can benefit from KNS College as a whole. We'll be right back.
You don't make me feel like say the life no go become something, and they walked away. All the people who promise for help me, they say come office today, tomorrow, next tomorrow. The story not just the same, but I refuse to give up. I kept on hoping, I kept believing. Now everything don't change. Me brother see me life now, it don't get better now. Famous standing name now. You know go fit say you don't know me now. Anytime I like a fly to Dubai now. Hey, with me baby now. Anything I like I they buy now. Turn up, cause me I let they turn down, and let they run down. I'm looking forward to a brighter future. I'm moving ahead. I never stop for nothing. I'm looking forward to a brighter future. I'm moving ahead. I never stop for nothing. For this one where we dey, people go come inside you life. Some go come for stay, and some go come and go. The easy why someone go stay. Now only God know. The easy why someone go go.
Welcome back. Happy New Year. Happy 2025. And this is your favorite talk show, the Talk to Him talk show, brought to you by Mulku Suleiman Bangura in collaboration with Epic Radio. And today we have an amazing guest for you. We have with us Mr. Desmond Macfoy, an industry expert, ICT industry expert, and he has over 2 decades, of experience in the field of information communications and technology, and he's here with us, sharing with us valuable experiences in the field, and knowledge, information that young people can utilize, and in making the right decision in going into this field. Something that some of us did not have when we were growing up. We had to figure it out and grind it out. Now we're bringing all this information to you. So you can also be a part of the show. You can call us on 079-994-993, 079-994-993, or you can send us a text message, or you can leave us a comment on our Facebook live stream as well. Definitely we will get to it. Thank you for being a part of the show. So, Mr. Macfoy, welcome back. We are going to focus on KNS College a bit. I know you are the president of KNS College. Tell us, what is KNS College about? What's your vision, and what are you doing in Sierra Leone for young people?
Okay. In December we got accredited. KNS College started, and we got accredited from NCTVA.
Okay.
As a college. But our focus is purely on digital skills training. As I said earlier,
yes.
Industry specific.
Yes.
That's the only way we can bridge the digital gap.
I agree.
And so what we're looking at is how we can support and ensure that our students are trained, they are certified,
yes.
they do have confidence in what they've learned, and they can stand out
yes.
in the competition.
Yeah.
So what we did is we partner with a couple of other institutions.
Okay.
Pearson VUE is the world's largest exam body. What Pearson VUE does is that they've contacted most of these industries and say, okay, this is your solution you have.
Yeah.
We'll conduct your exams for you. And then you can certify whoever goes through the requirements, the grading requirements. So Pearson VUE is in several countries. And then also we have Certiport. Certiport is also focusing purely on IT skills. So like Microsoft Office Specialist, we have IT Specialist courses, we have courses on Meta, which is Facebook. And then there are so many others as well, even in agriculture. So we've partnered with them, and with this partnership, we've got a complete massive discount in terms of pricing for the exams. So what you'll see online as their cost is quite different from what we'll be offering. But our center also, what we've looked at, I looked at my own challenge. What I went through. What are the difficulties we had? So at our center, we've looked at all of this and say, okay, we don't want somebody coming on board having the same challenge. One of the first things is power. You want to be in an environment where you have enough power. So what we've done, our location is at 18 Dundas Street. It's completely go green environment. Yes, so it's solar powered. So fully equipped. Internet. You do need internet in this age. So what we've done is as well, we have our partner company, and we have enough. I think we have about 100 meg bandwidth provided. And as well, we have a backup of 2 Starlink to the center.
2 Starlinks?
Yes. So internet is there. And also, another challenge we know in Sierra Leone, which is key for those going for ICT, is that they do not have computer and they want to learn ICT.
It's true. How can I learn about computers? I don't have computers.
So what we've come up with is that we want to ensure that every student that is enrolled, you start with a PC.
So you have those PCs ready?
Yes, we have. Even for this year, I think we have about 500 PCs available. 500. Yes. So what we want is that if you're going to be enrolled, if you don't have a PC, it's going to be in your package as your fees, and then we'll provide a PC for you.
But you don't take it home?
It's yours. It's free.
Free?
Yes, it's part of our package.
Wow.
So it's part of our fees package. So you go home with it. Because there will be a lot of. We have a platform. A learning management system platform. So our courses will be there, videos will be there, your assignments will be there. You need to.
So you have to log onto that platform every day to study and submit assignments and then do your labs and stuff.
Yes, and you have your labs now. You can be able to practice. You can be at home, relax, and you practice. You don't even need to come to the physical building. Let's face the fact. The number of graduates we are getting from WAEC going to uni, the walls can no longer hold them. Our classrooms can no longer.
True. we have 600 people all in one classroom, 3 or 4.
They cannot, and we have to look at flexible learning as well into our educational ecosystem. So we've started looking at that. So all our courses, we have the LMS platform for it.
Okay.
Yes, and part of the agreement we have with Pearson is that they've giving us access to their portal. So with their educational portal, it's completely, you have the course material, you have the videos, you have the labs, you have the practice test questions, and you can practice as much as you can and get ready to take the exams.
Wow.
And then you're going for your certification.
So basically, you learn at your own pace. Do you guys have like, you have to do this certification in 6 months? Do you guys put people on that?
Exactly, yes.
Okay.
Most of these certification courses, it's good to ride on them within 6 months.
Yeah.
You have to bear in mind, most of these courses as well, it's a continuous learning, it's dynamic.
It's true.
Most of them, the validation of the certification is 1 year.
2 year, 1 year, 2 years, yes.
Yes. So if you take 2 years to learn, I don't know when you're going to take the exam.
At some point, you have to attempt it. Well, we were talking about it earlier when we were talking about how a number of students in the field exams, they want to take certification exams. They're like, just certify me, just give me certificates of participation. Instead of being certified to actually operate a particular, vendor equipment.
Yeah. Someone will tell you, oh no, I got CCNA in 2014. It's obsolete. It's totally obsolete because I'll tell you, for example, in 2014, there were no programming incorporated to the curriculum.
That's true.
The curriculum keeps changing. It's really dynamic. Every year they're adding. Now, now I can tell you that most of the courses, they've integrated AI into it.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
So which means the next exam will include AI.
Even myself, I did some CCNA courses, in 2008, 2009, but I dare not go with that and say I have a CCNA certification because that was a long time ago. It's a very long time ago. I have to upgrade if I want to practice.
You have to upgrade.
Yeah, so I can't use that now.
So that's what we're doing at KNS now because we want to bridge that digital divide.
Yeah.
And the best we can do is to ensure that students have all what it takes for them to achieve their certification on time. Yeah. Because I don't want students coming, not doing their practicals, giving some excuses. Yeah. And most of these pieces we're offering because you don't need, most of the things are on cloud now.
Yeah.
So with the Chromebook option, the Chromebook can last more than 10 hours when it's fully charged.
I agree.
That's the difference between the Chromebook and the other PCs.
I can attest to it.
So with that, you have your connectivity.
So they don't need internet. So do they have to connect to the internet at home to access, the learning management?
Yes, you
platform?
need internet at home.
So they need internet at home.
Yes. But then you can download offline. With the LMS, you can do offline download.
Okay, good.
So you can have the PCs, you have all your materials offline, and then you're there to. Maybe if you want to submit your homework, then you get connectivity and you submit. But then for you to practice with, you have your materials. Yeah. Yes.
And with such certifications, are you sure that if students go for this and they're certified, industry certified, they can get jobs, international jobs, national jobs, competitive jobs in the IT and ICT sector? Can you speak to that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Well, firstly, as I said, there's an opening now for remote jobs.
Yes, I agree.
And it's moving across Africa.
Yes.
These remote jobs now, Ghana, Nigeria, all of them, they're having remote jobs.
Yes.
And it's spreading.
Yeah.
The opportunities are there. They don't. Some of these remote employers don't look at boundaries.
True.
All what they want to see is, are you certified?
Yeah.
Can you do the job?
Yeah.
I know somebody who's in Sierra Leone. He took CCNA with us, and having a job remote.
Wow.
Earning $3,000 a month.
Wow.
All what he needs is just internet, PC.
Yeah.
He's doing a remote job.
Yeah.
So the opportunities are there.
Yeah.
I have somebody who's working with me before.
Okay.
He left yesterday for an international job with South Sudan.
Wow.
Based on his certification. Wow. The opportunities are there.
Yeah.
Because immediately you you have this certification,
Yeah.
you get the confidence to push your CVs on LinkedIn.
Yes.
And the good thing about this certification is that they have what they call the badges.
Yes.
Yes, the digital badge.
Yes, yes.
You can tag your digital badge to your CVs, and you can post them on LinkedIn.
Yes.
And somebody gets there, they see
Those badges can be verified,
easily verified.
with
So most of my
institutions.
certification, you
Yeah.
can just take the ID and you can verify,
Yeah,
yes,
you can verify
he's
it.
certified to work on that platform. But with just a certification,
It's true. It's
nobody
true.
can verify
Nobody
it.
can
It's
verify
going to
it.
take, they don't have time. Employers don't have time.
Yeah.
Writing to a university to ask
Yeah.
whether this person.
Reference checks and
No.
all that. So now if it's available online, why can't you just do it
No.
online and then
And
move
if
on
you
with
may
it?
recall, when we were at the uni, and after uni, we were saying 90% of what we learned at university,
I know. we left there.
we're not even using it.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely. Things have
I
changed.
learned a lot of those signaling,
Yeah.
etc.
Yeah.
Still, I've never used them.
Yeah.
But the industry specific is that every bit of what you learn,
Yeah.
you'll meet it.
And also you are also required to upgrade those licenses, those certifications after a couple of years, right?
Yes, that's why I said some of them are a year or
Yeah,
two.
two. So
Some 3 years.
just to be
Yes,
abreast.
you have this continuous
Learning.
CDPs development you have to do.
Okay.
Some of them you have to take exam,
Yeah.
some you don't.
And the prices are affordable, right?
Yes, the prices are affordable.
Okay. Okay.
And some of them you don't need to take the exam. What you need to do is you have to be part of possibly webinars, yes, discussion programs,
Okay.
just to keep yourself abreast with
with,
technology.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, and then you complete those webinars,
Yeah.
you'll get some points,
Yeah.
which will be added to
Yeah.
your certification.
Yeah. So what's your thought about AI? So there's this. I haven't heard too much talk about it at the academic level yet. So, and that is scaring me, especially for us in Sierra Leone. I've heard about AI more from an informal perspective, and what people are mostly talking about AI is just the client's use, which was mostly ChatGPT, what people use, for just check, Google, YouTube, Google, just input something and you see the AI clients reading and stuff like that. But it goes beyond just the client aspect of AI.
Yes.
So and does your university have courses specifically handling AI, not just as a client?
Under the Pearson view, yes, we do have AI.
Absolutely.
It's been offered as Pearson course.
And would you advise young people, to go in for courses on AI?
Yes, you can go in for courses, but as I said earlier, you need to start from the basic. There are opportunities for AI.
Yeah.
It's going really wide.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody was telling me that there are some AI jobs looking at translation,
Yeah.
language translation, even into our local dialects.
Yeah. Yeah.
You need people who are experienced in that as well.
Yeah.
There are opportunities. And as I said, these are jobs which are coming up with no boundaries. They don't know whether you're in Sierra Leone or whether you're in
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. So you can also be a part of the show if you're listening to us. You can call us on 079-994-993. But as we are talking about AI, something just dropped on my mind. I remember I have a friend, she lives in Nigeria, and she was sending me these opportunities about work from home, that actually there are some companies that are hiring remote people, based on remote jobs, to just do testing for AI products.
Yes.
So they do design products on AI.
Exactly.
And then they need people to test those products.
Yes.
And the pay is so good. And I was like, wow. And, there are so many jobs now that require some knowledge of AI. And if you are certified, like you rightly said, you can get hired. You can easily get hired, remotely to work on, whatever AI products they're working on, whatever company is working. And all of the corporate companies now are incorporating So AI means artificial intelligence. For me, people already listen. Artificial intelligence. So all of the companies now are utilizing AI in their whatever product, whatever services, and they need people to validate, authenticate, and test these things before they go live. And they need these people, and they don't just need them in a particular geographical location. They need them scattered across the world because it's sometimes it's culture specific, content specific, and geographic specific.
AI is here to stay.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely.
I keep telling people all the critiques about AI for me, now it's a tool. How are we going to use it?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
I'm
for
one
me,
of the
it's a
critics.
And I've seen it's been used. And in some companies now, even in Europe, they're adapting it into their normal working tool.
I agree.
Let's remember before, there was no AI. We had things like business in a box.
Yeah.
You had business in a box. People will prepare. HR will just use their business in a box to prepare letters. They just get the sample templates and they issue it out. It's the same thing which is being transformed now into a faster operation. We have things coming up of AI. You can ask questions. It depends on what's the prompt. And what I want to say is, how are we going to use it?
That's my fear. That's actually why I'm so afraid, because right now, I mean, the corporate institutions are utilizing AI for basically profit making. They're using it to gain competitive advantage. And my concern is there has to be some policies, regulations, limiting the way it's been utilized, especially by these big corporations. If we don't have any policies or regulations behind it, it means that these guys that have, it's a fair game, an open game for all of them. They can utilize it, misuse it, abuse it, and it's scary. I mean, it's not a doomsday thing. I'm not afraid that the world is going to end. I'm just scared as to how far they can go. Because remember what happened, with Facebook when they were selling our data, to companies, in UK, when all these YouTube, this ABC that owns Google and all those guys, they were selling our personal data to the highest bidders with no control. You see what happened with Brexit, how it affected Brexit, how it affected other countries in the world. So my fear is that there has to be some regulations right now. If we don't, I know the argument is, oh, well, we don't understand what this is, so how can we regulate it?
It's still in the beta stage.
Yes,
let's allow it.
Exactly. So I'm just scared, I'm like people will misuse and abuse it, and then it can come back and bite us. But I'm hopeful. I'm still hopeful with humanity. I know we can do the right thing. We'll do the right thing. But I want you to talk to young people out there to really encourage them to pursue courses in the information communication technology world. I want you, because you are an expert. You are someone who started off, in that sector, and you grew to this level. Now you are providing opportunities to other young people. I want you to be able to encourage people, why should they really go in for courses in that sector, especially for now, for Sierra Leone, in Sierra Leone.
I sometimes say the currency for the 21st century is IT skills. That's the currency we're using now. And you'll notice that whatever we do, it's centered around IT. Our daily lives, a lot of things are changing. And before, some of the few jobs people were doing, it's been removed. Last time I was at one of the airports in the US, I realized that nobody was there to assist me.
I know. It's
nobody. I had to move my bags, and then I was thinking somebody would be there I can talk to about my overweight box. But then nobody was there. I put it was over. So I have to take things off. But then you think that, some people have lost their job. But I want to tell you that it has created more jobs.
More jobs, of course, I agree.
And most of those jobs being created, some of these people working there are not even
ready.
They are thousands of kilometers off from that location.
I agree.
So the opportunities are great. And I want to assure those who are looking at IT skills, start small and look at the bigger picture. The bigger picture is that immediately you get certified and you develop a particular career path, the opportunities are great.
Yeah.
It's not going to stop
Yeah.
because when we look at the number of jobs being created now in the IT sector,
Yeah.
it's higher than all the others.
Yeah. Amazing.
So, and it's cut across
Yeah.
from agriculture.
Yeah.
Don't look at it only. It's just
Yeah, of course.
yes, from agriculture
Of
to
course.
transport.
Of course.
So
Every sector now needs
exactly
somebody with tech.
I was telling
experience.
somebody that the government position on the Big Five.
Yeah.
All of these Big Five, if we want to have that change,
Mhm.
IT has to be the key.
Yeah.
We talk about agriculture. We need solution that will be able to check.
Yeah.
That will be reporting.
Yeah.
We need to collect data.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That is key.
Yeah. Central. Yeah.
So I believe those who are looking at IT should consider it.
Yeah.
Start small and look at the bigger picture.
Yeah. Quick one before we let you go. You're also part of the team that is doing amazing work with schools, especially the Sierra Leone Grammar School. I think you're part of that team.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Can you talk a little bit about your work?
Okay. At the grammar school, we're pushing and we want to ensure that IT
Yeah.
is well integrated, the STEM.
Okay.
In August this year, 2024,
Yeah.
we had a STEM program,
Okay.
and we had about 200 plus kids
Wow.
from different schools, about 49 different schools,
Okay.
and we had a session with them where they had a complete walkthrough from graphic design
Okay.
to digital literacy, graphic design, and coding, robotics, and these kids are amazing.
Okay. So like flash course.
Yes, it was a month.
Okay. Month. Okay.
A month course,
Okay.
which was fully funded by the grammar school.
Oh, wow.
We had support from Zood Lab, the Old Boys in the UK, and the Annie Walsh,
Okay.
and a couple of other people were there as key sponsors. But our focus at the grammar school is one to ensure that
Yeah.
ICT is part of the curriculum.
Yeah.
As you may be aware, ICT is now approved by the government.
Yes.
And at the school now, I think we have up to about 200 PCs installed,
Oh wow.
fully functioning.
That's good.
Yes.
That's
And we've introduced Google Classroom.
Oh.
Yes, so the kids are using Google Classroom.
At grammar school.
Yes, the kids
Interesting.
they can prepare their own presentation. They can submit their own.
Nice.
So we've done a lot of work there,
Yeah.
and we've got a couple of old boys from the UK
Yeah.
who are back supporting.
Supporting.
Yes, giving back to
Okay.
the school.
Okay.
So, but the focus is we have to catch them young.
Absolutely. I agree.
I think most of us will miss that.
We missed that. I am a product. I'm also Regentonian. I went to the Sierra Leone Grammar School, and we didn't have that kind of opportunity there. So now I'm envious of those young boys.
So a lot of work has been done.
Yeah.
As I said earlier, you want to go full into ICT, you have to ensure that
Yeah.
power is key.
I agree.
Yes, so we've done 70 kilowatts
Okay.
solar power installation.
At the Sierra Leone Grammar School.
Yes,
Wow.
which is key for the STEMs lab. There's about 120 solar panels being installed.
Amazing.
And then we're getting support from Zood Lab.
Okay.
Yes, and we have about, I think, 100 meg bandwidth because we
Wow.
need the internet.
That's good.
Yes, we need the internet.
Yeah, of course.
Yes,
Absolutely.
so
Absolutely.
and then I think we've got the teachers.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I said we have a couple of old boys
Old
from
boys
the UK.
stepping in. Yeah,
Yes,
that's
we're
good.
giving their time
It's good.
because that is key to give time.
Do you plan on replicating that with other schools, or just the focus is on grammar school?
Oh no, we plan. That's why when we had the
Okay.
STEM program, it was open.
Okay.
We encourage
So
other
other
schools.
students, so
Yes,
students can.
yes.
So do they apply? Like you have to apply.
Yes, there was an online
Online
application.
application.
Yes,
When does that?
it started I think in July, and then because the program was in August.
It's going to run again this year.
Yes, we're planning.
We're planning.
And if possible, we want to see how best we can maybe have another location.
Okay.
Not only at the grammar school.
Then the limit is the last time it was 200 kids.
Yes, 200 kids.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, we're looking for more sponsors.
Yeah.
Because one of the key thing about it is the feeding.
Yeah, of course.
We for the complete, we were running it for 4 days a week.
Oh, you provide food for the.
Completely.
Oh, nice. So, what's the requirement for people to be a part of it? I mean, young boys to be a part of a student.
Well, you have to be a student.
A student.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, and then you can apply. So basically, it's on a first come first serve basis.
Exactly.
And you're interested in in the tech space.
Exactly.
Okay. So how about sponsors? If people want to come on as sponsors, what do they need to do?
Yeah, they can contact the school.
Okay.
Yes, and we'll be ready to support. We'll be ready to work with them.
Okay.
Which is good,
Okay.
and it's open.
Okay.
We're really looking for sponsors so that we can incorporate more, increase the numbers. And
this is really good. I'm very, very impressed. I mean, this is something young people would definitely benefit from at the early age. Get introduced to some of these things. At the early age, and then it starts. Piquing their interest, as they grow older, as they get to interact with these things more, definitely piques their interest into advancing and learning more and getting to know more about, the sector.
Yeah.
This is really amazing.
We had the Minister of Communication.
Okay.
She was there as our guest speaker.
Okay.
And during the conducted tour, I think one of the kids, she asked what she did. She did a particular programming, and she was trying to solve a problem.
Wow.
And she says she's trying to develop an easier option for selection of students after sitting the PPK in some of these schools. So doing a grade point, where based on the grades, that's what they're going to follow.
That's inspiring.
Yes, and so we start looking at them, you see, problem solving.
Yeah. You've reiterated that a lot, So one of the critical, what's the word I'm looking for? I think one of the requirements of being in the IT field, you have to be a problem solver.
Yes.
You have to be someone who recognizes a problem and say, okay, let's look for the solution. Not somebody who amplifies the problem. Hey, this problem big go. This is hard for solve. It's somebody who looks for the solution.
Yeah.
Yes. Any last words for my listeners out there, and potential candidates and students?
Okay. We're open for discussion and counseling, where we can help those who are interested on career path.
Okay.
One thing I always say is, you don't need to be jumpy in IT.
Of course.
Some people want to do database today, tomorrow they want to do project management, and the other day, so we'll take you through a proper career path so that you can understand what you want to do, and then help you to understand what are the basic you need to before looking at the industry specific. And I want to assure them that getting trained, getting certified will take you to places. It will open doors. You can either be employed, you can either be self-employed, and definitely you can even be on freelance. There are freelance jobs, thousands out there. And if you want to have more discussion on that, you're free to meet us, 18 Dundas Street, and we can have more discussion.
Do you have like a number they can reach out, they can call?
Yes, 079 442 442, 075 444 Yes, you can reach out to these numbers, and then somebody will be there to guide you.
Well, there you have it. If you are out there and you are a problem solver, if you are out there and you're highly interested to be in the tech field, in the tech world, if you're out there and you have a knack for technology, you have a knack for AI, you have a knack for solving problems, you have a knack for computers, you have a knack for project management, well, there you have it. KNS College can offer you everything you need. But also, we want to say thank you so much, Mr. Macfoy, for telling us a little bit about yourself and allowing us, the details, the deeper details about your life and, your professional experience as well. Thank you so much for being a part of the show. And thank you if you have been out there listening to us. Thank you for spending 1 hour and you data. Thank you so much for being a part of it. But also, see you again. We have an amazing show for you next week, Tuesday at 8 p.m. on Epic Radio, where we'll continue the topic on career choices. We have another amazing guest for you. They will share everything about their lives with us, and you will learn so much. Thank you for being a part of the show. I have been your host, Mulko Suleiman Bagra. Good night.
Brighter future. I'm moving ahead. Never stop for nothing.